Week 44, day 4. And again, readings from the Synoptic Gospels, in which we see Jesus speaking about his second coming. Now, for a people who, many of them were not expecting him to go anywhere, certainly not to die, that may be a little bit confusing. But let's see what we can gather in our readings today from Matthew chapters 24 and 25, Mark chapter 13, and Luke chapter 21, verses 5 through 38. Jesus addresses the need to be ready for the second coming. And the second coming is even difficult for those of us who accept and understand that Jesus died, was resurrected, and then was ascended to heaven, that he's going to come back again. It's been a cause of much consternation and grief and questioning, and people have scoured Revelation to try and understand this. But here are 3 points that I think really get at the heart of why this is important. Not about the details, the time, this place, but just about our preparedness for that. The first is that God will bring the events of world history to a conclusion according to God's plan. Now, we love to speculate, and you will hear, oh, Hitler and this president and that president. There's always someone who doesn't like the president. And we'll label them, they're the Antichrist, and this is the end of the world. And they've been doing that for 2,000 years, folks. But Jesus also says that no one knows the time or the day, so get over yourselves. But we do know that God will bring history to a conclusion, and it will be on God's plan, not ours. The second goes along with that. No one knows when the end is coming. Jesus says even he didn't know. So no one can predict. So all those times you see billboards or you see a street preacher or whomever, and they're like, the world is going to end on such and such a date. I used to joke with my mom, well, at least we know it won't be that day. And finally, there's 2 more points. Third, we should live each day in light of Christ's return. We can't expect that it's going to be someday far in the future. We have to live as if it might be today. It might be this moment. I may not get to finish this video. So am I living according to the way that Christ has called me to live? That's the point of the second coming, and knowing that the second coming will be counted. Because, and here's the 4th point, everyone will be held accountable. What have you or have you not done to serve God and God's kingdom? Have you lived according to God's ways, or have you been sliding by? What have we done or not done for God? That is where we need to be accountable. And so there's no waiting until the 11th hour and then I'll claim Jesus, because you don't know when the 11th hour is going to be here. It may have already passed, and Jesus' second arrival is imminent. We are coming close to Advent. It starts on November 28th this year. In Advent, we talk about the coming of Jesus. And for many, we think about it as being Jesus coming as a baby right before the Christmas holiday. But Advent is actually meant as looking ahead to Jesus' second coming, because we know that he is. And are we living according to the way that Jesus has called us to live?